My name is Brittany Doan, and I am a poet. I was born and raised in Omaha. Basically, what I do is I set up a typewriter in the old market, type poetry for people when they come up and they're curious. And yeah, so I came up with the idea a few years back. I wanted to do something that the musicians were doing, and I wasn't good enough at violin to really set up and play violin. And so I had a typewriter, and I just decided to pull out a chair and start typing some poetry. And I don't get nervous doing poetry because I feel very comfortable in that setting. I love just being in the old market, and I love running into new people. There's a lot of inspiration down there. I just know that poetry is a very emotional art, and so the reader is supposed to feel emotional when the poem is written. I basically just use my intuition and use my own emotions towards that person's experiences to help write the poem. There are some times where the life of someone, and they tell me about what's going on, resonates with something going on in my life, and so it makes it easier for me to connect with that. It was very surprising the first time somebody cried. Sometimes I don't think that a poem I write will resonate with someone. It does surprise me. It's a pleasant surprise though, and it's very touching when I can touch someone's life like that, and it's really rewarding for me because that's what I want to do. I want my poetry to be able to console others and be able to bring peace to others and things like that. So the artists that inspire me in particular are performing artists. My significant other is a violinist, a professional violinist, and he definitely inspires me. And I'm very inspired by classical music. I like everything classical, from Bach to Mozart to basically whatever. And I don't really have like one favorite piece of music. I'm sorry, but I love it all. It all inspires me. I'm inspired by other poets that achieve what I'm trying to achieve. Hilda Doolittle is one of them, and she does what I want to do within my own poetry. She takes myths and reinvents them, and that's definitely something I want to achieve. I also wrote a book and got it published in February of 2015. It's titled Wingmakers, and it's a book of poetry, prose, and illustrations combined. The illustrations are done by my friend David Burton, and basically what I'm trying to do with this book is I'm trying to connect the myths of the bird constellations in the sky and show how they're all sort of intertwined, and just give a new perspective of mythology in a way that people haven't read it or seen it before, because it's sort of one of those dying arts where people aren't very interested in mythology. I think I resonate more with, I don't know, I really like the Phoenix poem that's in the book, and I also really like the first poem that's in the book, which is the introduction of Urania, who is the muse of astronomy. The reason why she inspired this book is because how she's pictured as this womanly figure with a wand in one hand and a globe, and she's the one that is making the constellations and making the stories for the constellations. People can find me at BrittanyCordera.com, or they could search for my Facebook, which is Brittany Cordera Doan. And yeah, I'm mostly in the old market during the summer and on the weekends, in the late afternoon.